Early Learning Basics can be accessed from the Early Learning homepage. This feature is designed to teach young learners essential skills for preschool and kindergarten, including letters, numbers, and early math concepts such as counting and classification. The site is device agnostic and best used on a computer or iPad. Personally prefer the iPad because this is scrollable and interactive with the touch screen. Basics is broken up into 4 main sections here at the bottom: Fun with Words, Count and Play, Once Upon a Time, and Welcome to Reading. Fun with Words has games and a song to teach letters and basic sight words. Baby Animals, ABCs, works on tracing your lowercase letters. Animal ABCs teaches the uppercase letters through tracing. Insects and Sea Creatures both work on sight words with tracing. And then the alphabet song is a sing-along. You can see the letter by letter highlight, helping young learners to associate letters as they hear them sung aloud in order. Click the X to get back. As I click into any of these, I'll see a similar format. Click play to begin the game. If I had already traced any of these letters successfully, I would see a green check mark. I can click on a letter. I see a little preview of how to trace this. And each time I successfully trace a letter, I see it used in context.
J.
I can continue on or exit. Count and Play works on counting skills with our stories here from 1 to 10 and 10 to 20. These are going to be counting, again, read aloud to me. Click the speaker icon to begin and use the arrows at the bottom to move back and forth. Click the X to exit. Tracing numbers will look just like what we saw with tracing letters, but it works on your numbers 0 through 9. And Butterfly Catch will cover a lot of different basic counting skills and other math concepts. So I'll start here with catching butterflies based on their color. You can see it counting up as I catch them in the top right. And it will move through the different colors here before I am able to move on to my next skill. Between each skill, I'll get a congratulations. And then here I'm working on a concept like least and greatest. And then it goes on to cover counting down, directions, and more. Get out. Once Upon a Time contains fairy tales and nursery rhyme songs that can be read aloud or sung out loud. This is a collection of the stories from within Early Learning, but easily accessible here in Early Learning Basics. You can see here if I select Cinderella, I have those same functions. I can have this read aloud with the word-by-word highlight.
Once upon a time, there was a gentleman who married for his second wife.
I use the arrows to move through the book and the X to get out. The ones with a music icon will be sung aloud.
Itsy bitsy spider
but making those really fun and engaging for our young learners. Use the arrow to get back out. And that brings us to our last section, which is Welcome to Reading. This is our guided reading program that has been available under Educator Tools, but is now fully digitally put together here in Early Learning Basics. So you can see I have my texts in order. So this is 48 leveled texts laid out sequentially to walk through our guided reading program. I can use my arrows here to move books back and forth. I can click on a text to get to another one. And if I'm on an iPad, I can use my finger to swipe. As I click read, this opens the text for me where I can have it read aloud.
What do things look like from above? Let's see.
As I click next, it'll automatically start reading for me.
Is that a puddle or a pool? That's a pool. That's a big blue pool.
And as I continue on to the end here,
what do you look like from above?
you can see that when I reach the end of my book, it takes me automatically into my next leveled text. So I could continue reading or having that read aloud to me. So you can see now I'm on A8. Right here with pick a level, I can jump from different levels to another. So maybe I have advanced all the way to C, and this will start me off at C1 where I can then move through level C. And in addition to that, in the top right-hand corner here, we have lesson plans. So this is going to take you to that exact section of Educator Tools with your lesson plans laid out matching Welcome to Reading. So you can see in the top left the letter and number of the digital text. You can open the digital version here, click for a printable foldable book, and access that lesson plan, which goes along with this text, and it will lay out the skills and concepts that will be covered in that book, provide discussion questions, and interactive activities.